Hello, I'm Dr. John Abebe, the Medical Director of Georgia Abebe Fertility Center and the lead tutor at the Georgia Fertility Academy. You are welcome to this basic fertility training program for doctors, and you're welcome to the Module 2. In this module, we'll be looking at reproductive anatomy and physiology. And this module has 4 different units. You have the male reproductive system, the female reproductive system, reproductive endocrinology, and the life cycle of reproductive health. Under the male reproductive system, we'll be looking at detailed anatomy of the male reproductive organs. Then we'll look at spermatogenesis, hormonal regulation, and sexual functions. Under the female reproductive system, we're looking at the detailed anatomy of the female reproductive organs. We'll look at the menstrual cycle, ovulation, hormonal regulation, and sexual functions. And then under reproductive endocrinology, we'll look at the key hormones involved in reproduction, hormones like the gonadotropin-releasing hormone, the follicle-stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And then we'll also look at hormonal feedback mechanisms and their clinical implications. And lastly, we'll look at the life cycle of reproductive health. Under this, we'll look at puberty, reproductive years, and menopause, and the impact of age on fertility and reproductive health. What is the learning objective of this module? This module aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the anatomy and physiology of both male and female reproductive system. It covers key concepts such as spermatogenesis, ovulation, hormonal regulation, and the life cycle of reproductive health, with an emphasis on how these processes are interrelated and how they impact fertility. Understanding these physiological processes is essential for addressing issues related to infertility and reproductive health. It is hoped that by the time we are done, learning objectives would have been achieved, which can be summarized under 1, the male reproductive system, understanding the anatomy and physiology of male reproductive organs, spermatogenesis, and hormonal regulation, and 2, the female reproductive system, to gain knowledge of the female reproductive anatomy, menstrual cycle, ovulation, hormonal regulation, and sexual functions. And 3, the reproductive endocrinology, understand the key hormones involved in reproduction and their clinical implications. And 4, the life cycle of reproductive health, to learn about the stages of reproductive health from puberty to menopause and how aging impacts fertility. So this is the objectives, and I hope that you have a wonderful time going through this Module 2, and do have a great time. See you at Module 3.